Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from the Washington Examiner published on February 22nd, written by Paul Bedard. And this is something to celebrate about. They say don't, but it is. The left is losing ground ideologically in this country. This country is becoming more conservative. What's going on here, and this being the case, is literally the poster child situation for, or example as to why the left is open borders, import their voters, spurging morons at this point, going no wall, and basically calling for a technology wall that would just allow people to stroll across the border. Why they want to have mass immigration into this country? It's because they're literally losing ground. I mean, Gallup, liberals outnumber conservatives in only 6 states, down from 9. That says a lot. The number of states where liberals outnumber conservatives has dropped more than 30%, with just 6 now in that category: Massachusetts, Hawaii, Vermont, Washington, New York, and New Hampshire. Now, 5 of those states I expected. The 6th one, which is the one I live in, New Hampshire, I did not expect that. I mean, I know we got massholes crossing the border and moving here that are fucking shitting this state up. I know that. I understand that. But I didn't think they turned the state full fucking blue, especially when you look, say 2016 and 2018 elections. There was way more conservative signage out there, more Republican signage than there was Democrat signage, especially during the 2016 election. It was Trump everywhere. There was like barely any Bernie or Hillary shit out there for the note of signage. But I got to live with it. New Hampshire's, riddled with a cancerous mass hole problem. You guys are like cancer. You need to get the fuck out. You need to move back to Massachusetts. You're ruining my state. You truly are. Oh, anyway. According to the latest Gallup survey, in every other state but California, where conservatives and liberals split 29% to 29%, conservatives lead. And the funny thing is I honestly wouldn't have believed that California would be split like that. I would think California would be way more onto the side of the blue spectrum than the red spectrum. I figured they'd be dark blue on the map here, which, take a look. Washington, like they said, dark blue place. It's one of the 6. New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Mass. Maine's light blue. See, I would have figured Maine and New Hampshire would be light blue. Like I said, I expected Vermont. I would have expected Connecticut to be closer to dark blue. Over here, like I said, the whole Pacific seaboard I would have expected to be dark blue. Texas I would have expected to be a darker red, not the light pinkish red. LA, for Louisiana, they're not LA, California. I expected that to be red after spending time down there. I expected more conservative, higher conservative number, but yeah, Alaska, a given. I mean, Illinois I would have figured would be the dark blue bastion kind of towards the center of the country, but it's actually light blue. So, I mean, that's surprising. Before conservatives start to cheer, Gallup said the gap used to be 21 points and a handful of the state numbers fall within the margin of error. I'm sorry, but it's still time to cheer, because 3 states is a big loss for them. 3 fucking states is a big loss for the Democrats, because all their power is concentrated in a few cities, except for, like, say, New Hampshire. Yeah, which, thank God. I mean, I don't like the idea, but at least thank God. We don't do that many points on the note of by population. We can't do that much damage on the Electoral College or like the House of Reps being dark blue. We need to go back red. I'm wanting to see this go back to being red. I'll settle for light pink. I'll settle for the pink, but I want to see red eventually. But the survey still shows a large swath of red and pink states bookended by the whole West Coast, New England, and the Mid-Atlantic, including Washington, D.C. Yeah, I mean, just you look at the state ideological identification here from this, from their most conservative states. Mississippi, 50% conservative, 50%, 29% moderate, 12% liberal. Alabama, 46% conservative, 34% moderate, 14% liberal. I'm going to hop through here a little bit. And I would have expected, like I believe I just said, Louisiana to be more conservative. It's at 43% conservative, 35% moderate, 15% liberal. Wyoming, I would expect, them to be that much of a difference in gap. 46% conservative, 31% moderate, 18% liberal. Although I wouldn't have expected that many liberals in Wyoming. I would have expected maybe 14%, somewhere around there. I mean, Utah, Mormon country, 41% conservative, 40% moderate, 15% liberal. Alaska, I would have expected way more conservatives and a little less moderates and less liberals, definitely. I mean, 40% conservative, 38% moderate, 17% liberal. Kansas, I wouldn't have expected the moderates and the conservatives to be so close. I mean, 39% to 38%, favoring the conservatives. North Dakota, I would have expected more conservatives than moderates, but not by much. And I wouldn't have expected that many liberals. I mean, because you got 39% conservative, 41% moderate, and 18% liberal. Texas, I would have expected more conservatives, but 38 isn't bad to 38, 6% moderate, 20% liberal. Those are those Californians moving in. The only Midwest state shaded light blue, which signifies less conservative than average, is Illinois. Yeah, like I said, I would have expected that to be a bright blue bastion in the middle of the country. The residents of most U.S. states are more likely to identify as conservative than a liberal in their political ideology. Yeah, and that's what scares the Democrats. That's what scares the left. That is why they're all about the open borders. That is why they want to mass import people into this country. In 25 states, the conservative advantage is significantly greater than the national average, including 19 highly conservative states in which conservatives outnumber liberals by at least 20 percentage points, said Gallup. Ouch, 20 percentage points. That's a good start. If you ask me, I know that's the extreme, but these days we need the swing to go back the other way just so we can watch them spurg out hardcore on the left. 20% would be a good start just so I could watch them spurg out like complete idiots. Well, they've been doing it, but I mean more so. I want to see them go past the point of full retarded. I want to see them like Ouroboros style retarded, where they're coming full circle and they're spinning. And if you hooked a turbine up to them, you could generate enough electricity to power a small city. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. Because I mean, this is something that should cause them to spurg out for a while. The fact that they've only got 6 states, and a few of them aren't even worth it. And I'm saying that being from New Hampshire. I feel bad saying that. I love my state. But yeah, we don't. And the reason why I say, not even worth it type thing is because we don't contribute much on the note of electoral college votes or members in the House of Reps. So, yeah. So at least I've got that saving grace, so I know that my state isn't going to royally fuck the country. Oh, God. Anyway, I saw this, found it interesting. It needs to get some attention. So I figured I would bring attention to it, because this is definitely something that the left does not want people to see. So anyway, I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.